Hey, good morning. Kathy DeMay here with Pineapple Fish Life Coaching. And I wanted to talk to you some more about self-love and how to go about it. We've kind of touched on it. We've touched on codependency and turning that desire to fix someone into the desire to fix yourself. Not that you're broken. Maybe misguided, but never broken. You're not broken, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You might go about things differently because of the way society tells us to. But that doesn't mean there's ever anything wrong with you. Please understand that. I wrote down a few things I wanted to talk to you all about and kind of figure out on our self-love. And let's talk about journaling. If you've never journaled, it's a wonderful way to express yourself and also to help you get all of those thoughts out of your mind. One of the ways I love to do it is called a brain dump. Now, what a brain dump is you just write. It doesn't matter punctuation, spelling, capitalization, sentence structure, none of that matters. It's just dumping your brain. And if you're in a situation like I am, and you're afraid someone is going to read what your brain is dumping, and then later use it against you, burn it. And that's a wonderful way to get rid of it. By burning it, you're also then saying to the universe, to God, to source, to spirit, whoever you look to, okay, I'm giving it over to you. Excuse me, I've gotten it out, and now it's all you. So with this brain dump, sometimes you do know where to start, and sometimes you don't. I keep looking down at my notes, sorry. So what I want you to do is not be afraid to write, and make sure you've got time to just write until you can write no more. Take up a whole notebook. I've been known to do that. Just write and write. If you have to write in spurts because of family, job, other obligations, that's fine. But just go back and pick it up. It's a conversation you're having with yourself. And there's so much insight. Think about when you send someone an email or a text message. I get them all the time with my one friend. We'll be talking about something and then I'll say to her, oh my goodness, oh, random brain thought, as we say. And it's because just that conversation, just that me writing down what I was thinking or what I was feeling at the time has brought about a realization that maybe was kind of hanging out in a back corner of my mind. And those back corners hold a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight, and you need to trust them. So if you're not really sure where to start, I'm going to give you some topics and some questions to ask yourself as you write. Now, I'll put these somehow in the link below or in the description below. I'm new at all this, so you guys, I don't know where it might wind up. It might wind up on my website, so we'll find out. But some questions you want to ask yourself is, what does your dream life look like? You can't tell me your dream life looks like what you're living. Because I can tell you honestly, my dream life does not look like what I'm living. And I'm working toward getting to my dream life. And every day, I am a step closer. It might be just a step, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. So always keep moving forward. So write it down so you know where you're going. Have a map, have a direction. It doesn't matter how crazy or outlandish, it is only for you. And I don't mean crazy as in a bad way. I'm sorry, throat chakra. I'm meaning as in people wouldn't believe it. People said I can't do it. Do you think you can do it? Then write it down. Then do it. Even if you don't know if you can do it, do it. Write it down. What does your ideal day look like? If you had the absolute ideal day, what would it look like? Write it in detail. Tell yourself what it would look like. So when you see glimpses of it, you can say, I'm getting there. Where do you see yourself in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Now, I understand sometimes that can be overwhelming when some of us, especially if you're living in an abusive situation or in some kind of toxic situation, The thought of where you're going to be a week from now sometimes is a scary thought. But force yourself. Reach deep down. Where do you see yourself in 6 months? Where do you see yourself in a year? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Take a chance. Write it down. Where do you want to be? Give yourself that roadmap to where you want to be. You can't get there if you don't know where you're going. This is so important. You don't understand. I was lost for so long, living in what everybody else believed I should be, I should do, and how life should be. And that's one of the reasons I have this channel, and I went back to school to be a life coach, and I got every certification I could find because I wanted to be able to help everybody. This isn't just if you're a twin flame. This isn't if you're just a woman. This is if you are a human being going through life. This helps in every way. Next question. What do you know to be true today that you didn't know a year ago? What do you know that's true today you didn't know a year ago? I know I can stand on my own 2 feet. I know I can survive. As much as it's uncomfortable, I can do it. And that was something a year ago I didn't know. All right, so I'm trying to share as much insight to let you guys know this is real, and I have done it, and I have felt it, and I have been there. So please don't feel alone. What limiting beliefs are holding you back from living your dream life? What are those beliefs? What is that little voice in your head saying? Are you too old? Are you too dumb? Are you too short? Okay. And there, I just gave away my 3. What are those limiting beliefs? What's that little voice in your head trying to stop you? Your ego is trying to protect you, but sometimes you got to tell him to hop in the back seat and hush. Okay? You've got to. What are 4 things you're grateful for? This is a wonderful practice to do every day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. I don't care if it's you found 2 matching socks. In my house, that is a goal. Okay? You found 2 matching socks and you are grateful for that. Be grateful for that, because you know what? The more grateful and the more you look at things through gratitude, the more you're going to receive in gratitude. When you're thankful, you're given more. The universe said, wow. Universe, God, Spirit, wow. She's thankful for 2 matching socks. Boom, let's give her a whole load of socks that are matching. It's things like that. Always be grateful. All right, here's another one. If you gave yourself advice to the young you, what would you say? If you could give yourself advice from the young you, or give advice to your young you looking back now. Don't listen to him. He doesn't mean it. It's not a one-time thing. You know what you need to do, would be what I'd tell myself. So just think about it. But it can be positive too. It can be, I knew you can do it. It's going to be hard, but wait till you see what you accomplish. Okay? Think about what could you go back and say to that inner child to give them encouragement. Even with that, he's not going to change. Don't listen to him. Then you tell yourself, but you learned from it and you're stronger because of it. Always make it positive. What does happiness mean to you? And when I say that, what does happiness mean to you? Please get out of the situation of, well, my children make me happy, or my husband makes me happy, or if I have this guy, my ex-boyfriend, my boyfriend, my friend, they all make me happy. They make you happy in their presence. But by saying that, you're saying if for some reason something would happen and they weren't around anymore, you could never be happy again. I'm not taking away from grief or pain or missing them or longing for them. I understand all of that. I lost my mother 18 years ago, and as you can tell, it still hurts every day. But I didn't stop being happy. I've had moments of happiness. The happiness has to come from within. So what does happiness mean to you? Is it a feeling of peace? Is it calmness? Is it laughter? Is it just trusting that everything's going to be all right and knowing it is? All right, so think about those. What do you need more of in your life? I need more laughter. What do you need in your life? What do you need more of in your life? Think about those things. If you couldn't fail, what would you do? If you couldn't fail, what would you do? Would you speak your mind? Would you talk to someone you were afraid of? Would you put an idea out? Would you write a book? Would you invent an app? Would you invent a gadget? Would you write the, bestseller? Would you paint a masterpiece? Would you take that Pulitzer Prize chance at something? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Those things should get you started. Remember, there are no right answers or wrong answers. This isn't a test and there won't be a quiz. I am here to help you be the best you, to live the best life. I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. And I am on this process right along with you. And even with all of the schooling and all of the certifications, there are still sometimes you just have to dig down and find it. If you'd like to spend some time and talk to me one-on-one, you can go to pineapplefishlifecoaching.com. And my rates and packages are there. You can drop me just a simple question down here in the comments. I try to answer all my comments. I'm always excited when you guys comment and watch. There's also, if you need, not really sure where you're going or what's going on, and you just need a little more help and you're not sure if counseling's the way to go, there's a wonderful program I'm doing with two fantastic ladies, Divine Sunshine with Divine Unisouls here on YouTube, and April Williams and Divine Unisouls, and does intuitive counseling, and she's also a teacher. And April Williams does a wonderful energy clearing and moving and really helping you understand what's going on, why you maybe just feel that. And then I'm in that group too. You get an hour session with me, and you get to just kind of talk about it, kind of brain dump to another person. And I kind of pick out some of the things you say repetitively and point them out, and we talk about them and we form a plan. So that's called the Playground package. And if you want to come join us out on the playground, you can go to divineunisouls.co, and she has all the information on her page. And I will try to, like I said, try to link it below. Come on, guys, I'm new at this, so have a little mercy. If you still can't find it or don't know where it is, please leave it in the comments or email me. And my email is pineapplefishlifecoach@gmail.com. And just reach out, get in touch with me. Let's start a conversation. Let's go at this together. We can do this. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon.